What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today is going to be episode 116. I do apologize. I was actually away on vacation for about a week. So I only made, I believe I made like two shorts, but I am back home and we're about to get it popping again. All right. So today we're going to be talking about Apple. So I'll just give you guys a quick preface as to what we're going to go over. So we're going to take a look at Apple stock. We're going to take a look at why the stock surged in relation to the developer conference. And we're also going to throw it up on the chart and see exactly where it's at now and where it could potentially go. If you guys don't know, Apple recently had their developer conference, which was on Monday. Leading up to this event, initially there was no mention of AI. They started mentioning AI towards the end, and that's when they broke out the information about the Apple Intelligence. All right, so this is Apple's partnership with OpenAI, and they have pretty much just decided to utilize OpenAI because I guess it's the most, time-tested AI platform right now. So rather than try to reinvent the wheel, they decided to just enhance Siri using OpenAI. So OpenAI, it is an independent company, but 49% of that company is also owned by Microsoft. So essentially, they're in bed with Microsoft. However you want to spin that, it is what it is. But they have made a smart move in terms of only using the open AI with their data, which is a smart move because Google kind of did something similar with Bard, right? When they had their event, but the data was too wild and far-fetched. All right. And we'll get into one of the blunders that was made with that AI system and why I think the fact that Apple locking in the AI's capabilities or resources, limiting it only to the data that's available from Apple, it's going to actually make the phone function a lot better. So instead of just saying, hey Siri, can you find me a Chinese restaurant near me? That's good. You can do more in-depth things like, hey Siri, can you find that Chinese restaurant that my sister had sent to me a couple weeks ago? She said it was really good, and in 2 seconds, that information can be presented up on the screen. So the capabilities of this for Apple users is going to be huge, and the stock reacted crazily. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. Record breaking, highest Apple has ever been, highest gain Apple has ever had. All right, so let's look at it for the week. So here we go here. We're starting on June 5th, right? Boom, boom, boom. We're at 194, get to 196. We have another peak here, another 196. Comes down 195. Stay at 195. Then we have this dip here to 193. All right, so this was June 7th. Now, the conference is scheduled to be on the 10th. So this was June 7th. June 10th is when Apple would have their developer conference. All right. So we go back up here, 196. We touch another peak here, which is 196. Boom, boom, boom. Keeps going up. Goes here, June 9th, right? We get a spike to 197. Boom, 198. All right, this is June 10th, right? So then it starts to kind of go back down, 197. Boom. And then during this whole period, they're not mentioning anything about AI. Everybody knows that's the buzzword right now. AI, nothing. Boom. Goes all the way down to 191. Everyone's like, what's going on? At this point, I would say probably the most popular option among myself and peers and a lot of other different people was the 200 strike. So everyone was looking at this 200 strike thinking, hey, it's going to, because it was 195, 196 before, it's heading to 200. So, if you had that call, started to slide, you were losing money. If you sold, If you didn't weather the storm, you would have lost out. Because right towards the end of the developer conference, they started talking about AI. They unveiled the Apple Intelligence platform, and man, it just went boom. Look at this, to the moon. All right. So at its peak at 5 p.m. on June 11th, which was yesterday, today is Wednesday, June 12th, it got to 207.69. All right. So then came down a little bit. We're at pre-market. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning right now, but it's still around 206 and just going sideways. Now, today we do have CPI at 8:30. So in about 30 minutes, we're going to have CPI data. Most people are looking to see this stay around like 3.3 or 3.4%, and it should be good. It should be considered positive. But then at 2 o'clock, we have the FOMC meeting. So Jerome Powell is going to be speaking as well during this time, and then he's going to have his conference at 2:30. Now, the conference is when things usually go left or just go crazy. All right, so you want to pay attention. Me personally, I won't be doing any trading until I see exactly what's going on. But if you know what you're doing, you have everything plotted out, it should take you probably no more than 5 minutes to react to what's going on and play whichever direction the market's going to go. All right. But right now, as it stands, Apple is at 205. But if you look at it coming from, what is it, 191 to where it is now, 205, what is that, a $14 gain? Whew. If you held, if you had weathered the storm, if you did not sell and held on to that 200 call, mama mia, whew, you're printing, like printing some serious money. All right. So now let's go ahead and just take a look at some quick levels here on the daily chart in Apple. And then we'll get into the articles and we'll close this video out. All right. So here we have Apple pulled up on the daily. All right. So we have different levels here. So this low level here is 164. We have this another one platted up, which is 169, say 170. We have this here, which was 178. And this is where it is now. So look at this. Boom. Look at this. Look at this huge candle. This was all yesterday. Just this massive, massive, massive run up. All right. It came to the top here, which is this line, which is the 207. And, I'll tell you this. This news is so powerful right now that if, let's say, FOMC is positive, CPI is positive, I would say the next psychological level that this thing will hit will be, let me just show you guys what I'm talking about here. So let's go ahead and just clone this. All right. And I want to say I'm going to, actually, I didn't even have to really move it. It kind of just sat on that level already. But this, I think, is going to be the next psychological level, 210. Yeah, I think it's going to be going to 210. If everything goes the way it's supposed to go, and meaning in a positive light, CPI is at the 3.4% or around about there, and then FOMC in terms of what they're discussing in terms of inflation. If everything goes positive, I got Apple going to 210 today. All right, but that's just my take on it. That's my opinion. Things could change. Don't just go off what I'm saying. Go off the fundamentals. Follow the trend. All right. So let's go ahead now and just hop into like two articles on what's going on with Apple. All right. So this article says Apple becomes the first 1 trillion global brand. All right. And it just says here, we scroll down. It says U.S. technology firm Apple has become the first brand to cross 1 trillion in brand value, a 15% jump from last year. A global ranking by Kantar's Brand Z showed on Wednesday. The iPhone maker retained its crown as the world's most valuable brand for the third straight year in 2024, followed by Alphabet's Google at 753 billion and Microsoft at 713 billion. All right. So Apple is just making waves all over. And as this one says here, it is the first $1 trillion global brand. That is just massive. So let's get into the next article. Now this one says here Apple adds 215 billion market cap as stock leads S&P 500 for the first time in years. And that's true. Apple is never usually leading anything. You know, I'm not really a fan, man. I told you guys this. To me, it's like a one-trick pony. But to their credit, when they do something, they usually do it pretty well. I think this partnership now with Microsoft, OpenAI, is just going to help to, solidify their stance. And it seems to be working. All right, so it says here Apple closes in on Microsoft in bid to reclaim title for largest U.S. company for the first time since the start of 2024. Apple Inc. stock experienced a notable surge Tuesday that added about 215 billion to the company's market capitalization and brought it closer toward reclaiming the title of the largest U.S. company. All right, so for quite some time it's been the largest U.S. company. Microsoft has just been smashing it, killing it, and just, Microsoft is slapping people and taking pictures, man. It's, they're not playing. They've taken over the gaming. They've beat up PlayStation. Sony got them out of the gaming game in terms of consoles. They're running the world in terms of computer platforms. Their foot is on Amazon's neck as far as cloud is concerned. And then they're leading the world in AI with OpenAI. So Microsoft is definitely a powerhouse, and Apple is number two at this point, honestly, but Microsoft has too many tricks. I don't see them surpassing Microsoft right now. I always look at a company and look at the different streams of income. Microsoft has too many. All right. So it says here the stock was the leading gainer in both the S&P 500 and Dow Jones Industrial Average on the day, with its ascent adding almost 92 points to the Dow. Apple shares haven't been the biggest daily S&P 500 winner since November of 2021, according to Dow Jones market data. The company's one-day market cap haul was the biggest on record and the third largest for any U.S. company in history, according to Dow Jones market data. So Apple is just crushing it. If we hop back over here to Robinhood and we look at QQQ, look at the results on QQQ, right? QQQ, what is it? Yesterday, I believe it was like 267. It's 268.78. All right, so QQQ is just responding, and you guys know I like to trade this. You could trade the individual tech stocks. Yes, sometimes they pay out a lot more than say QQQ, but they're also more expensive. You could get a decent payout playing QQQ and still reap the benefits of any one of these, tech stocks that are trending, whether it's Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, etc. And Microsoft was also shooting up as a result of, Apple stock moving, obviously, because the technology that they're going to be placing Siri on right now is OpenAI, and Microsoft owns 49% of OpenAI. So, you can figure it out from there. But yeah, so this one, Microsoft is actually surging as well, and the stock's just, it's going crazy. So let's go ahead now and just hop over to the Apple website, and I just want to go ahead and give you guys a brief summary of some of the features or some of the things that's going to be capable with this new AI feature that Apple is going to be unleashing. It's going to be available in the fall with the iPhone 15 something plus and the phones that are embedded with like their new chips. All right, so here we are on the Apple website. It says here Apple Intelligence, which is AI for the rest of us. All right, And the beta is coming in the fall, like I told you guys. We go ahead and scroll down here. It says built into your phone, iPad, Mac to help you write, express yourself, and get things done effortlessly. Draws on your personal context while setting a brand new standard for privacy and AI. All right, so that's a concern right there, privacy. But again, it's notice the key here. It says draws on your personal context while setting a brand new standard for privacy and AI. So they're pretty much going to be using AI the same way, companies would use, like websites would use like, cookies to like track what you do. They're going to be using all the data that they have collected on how you use your phone, the things that you look at, the apps you use frequently, the people you message, things like that, and then use AI to try and manipulate that data to make your life easier, make information faster. All right, so we scroll down here. It says Apple Intelligence. And then it says here, write with intelligence, tools, matters everywhere. So this is going to be able to just like help you increase, your efficiency in terms of writing. It can also shut down and like minimize long phrases into like shorter phrases. And, it's going to make it, communication friendly. All right. So if we go ahead and we scroll over here, right? It says you can also prioritize notifications. You can also create, your little emojis for the different people that you talk to. So it says here, just hit record in the notes or phone apps to capture audio recordings and transcripts. Apple Intelligence generates summaries of your transcripts so you can get the most important information at a glance. All right, so then here it says reduce interruptions is an all new focus that understands the content of your notifications and shows you the ones that might need immediate attention, like a text about picking up your child from daycare later today. So just, different ways. So it's pretty much just like I showed you guys. It's really just trying to utilize the data that's on your phone to try and make it better. Here's another thing too that it could do. It could create like these little, they call them gen emojis, but on this demo, when you watch the video, they were just saying like, this is someone's having a conversation with their mom did something good, and they're like, oh, thank you, mom, you're such a super mom. And you could quickly create like a emoji from your mom's picture up here, depicting her as like a super mom. So just, highly personalized things like that, which just makes it, easier. Google had a big blunder a couple of weeks ago with their AI system when they were just trying to like pull information from thin air. One of the things that was asked of Google was, hey, how do you stop cheese from sliding off pizza? And, because it was just searching, I guess, the World Wide Web, it responded by saying that you could use glue to glue the cheese onto the pizza. And everybody's like, what? So, that didn't do too well. I think by Apple just kind of like restricting the data that the AI is using to what's on your phone and the way you use your phone and the things that you do on your phone, it's gonna make it more like, it's like now you have a true personal assistant, because it's gonna have access to certain information. We don't know how far this is gonna go. This is just a glimpse. Like I said, the beta is coming in the fall, but the presentation that was done was impressive, and as a result, you guys could see the stock is reacting in a positive way. All right. But that's it for the video today, guys. I hope you found this information useful. If you did, please consider subscribing. I make new videos like this every day, with the exception if I go on vacation. Please go ahead and like and share this video with a family member or friend. Towards the end of the video, you will see a couple of cards pop up. Go ahead and watch one of those videos. Those are some of my most popular videos. Thanks again for watching this. I do appreciate it. Y'all stay safe. Let's make some money today in the market. Peace.